Good morning from Doha. We're here for 2 days. I want to show you a few things that you can do and a few places you can visit while you're here. In front of me is the Bin Zaid Islamic Cultural Center, as well as mosque, the very unique minaret design inspired by the Great Mosque of Samarkand in Iraq. I'm going to point out the name of the sites as we go, and we are actually walking towards Souq Waqif, which is right behind this cultural center. Here we are at the Souq Waqif marketplace, where you can buy traditional garments, spices, handicrafts and souvenirs. It's a century old and it follows the traditional Qatari architecture style. The government renovated this marketplace in 2006, and must say they've done a great job. We are truly the early birds. Time is, I think, just around 8 in the morning. Not busy at all. It's actually quite peaceful and nice, fresh. How is it? How's the first taste of Qatari coffee? Wow. Yep, sharing. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Shukran. Food is great here. The restaurant is owned by Qatari's first female entrepreneur, Shams Al-Qasadi. After breakfast, we started exploring more of the market, and this is just one side of the market with stuff you can browse through. Imagine the busiest time will be in the evening. How many customers come here this early? Here is the beautiful Doha Metro station. The simple light design reflecting on the floor is so effective. Here's the view of the skyscrapers as well as the museum from a hotel window. This is the Museum of Islamic Art. Around 2 p.m. it's not hot at all, quite nice, around maybe 22 degrees. So here is the inside, the lobby, the very spacious lobby of the museum. It's really stunning. The design is a lovely blend of the modern and traditional. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take videos of the artwork, so luckily I have photos of some of the beautiful artworks. Here is where we had our seafood dinner. food tasted rather average. With the best thing being the grilled sea bass. Good morning, this is the second day and we are checking out the rooftop swimming pool of our hotel, Fraser Suites Doha. From here you actually can view the city skyscrapers, so I'm just gonna walk to it. See, the pool's actually very clean, the area is very nice. In December, can have a suntan in the morning if you like. So here's the view from our hotel rooftop pool. Let me get up here. We arrive at the Desert Rose Cafe, attached to the National Museum of Qatar. And we're gonna have breakfast here. Oh, someone's faster than the machine. It's the chef no omelette with bread, scrambled eggs, and the Dala coffee, and the shashuka. The food was great, service was friendly, a bit of a novelty to be served by assistant robots. Here at the National Museum of Qatar, and buildings are all in the shape of a desert rose, stacked together right next to each other. So stunning. the exhibits within the museum is actually very well done. Truly so well designed. Very effective use of lights, projections, and music, sound. So we're at the end of our museum visit and we paid about 50 Qatari currency. I think it's real, equivalent of 20 Australian dollars. Definitely worth it because you get to understand a bit more about the history and their connection in the region, especially with their neighbor Bahrain. I think they're long-term rival. These are the very lovely looking desert rose crystals you can purchase from the souvenir store attached to the museum. Absolutely beautiful. And the ceilings, if you come here, don't miss the ceilings. Such attention to detail. We saw some interesting ice cream selections here, so I have to try one. So we took the metro just a few stops from the museum to this city center Doha Mall food court. It's actually has a huge selection of food you can try. In this mall you can also find Carrefour supermarkets where you can buy local souvenirs, spices or food items that are at much more affordable prices. So from the mall area you can actually take a walk down the Corniche of Doha, and as you start you can actually get a view of the more modern part of Doha. the very fancy looking futuristic buildings. We're just gonna walk I think some of it, not the entire length. So temperature right now is actually very pleasant, just around 7 or 18 degrees. It's after 5 p.m. in the evening. Really love the soft light from sunset as well as bright lights from the buildings and the area. So the building close in front is the Tornado Tower, and the more distinctive looking orangey building behind it is the Doha Tower. After a quick metro ride, we're back at the Souq Waqif market for dinner, and it's already very vibrant at around 7 p.m. And in front of me is the Golden Thumb art installation by an Italian artist. I think his name is Cesar Battaccini. It's very iconic and is actually a cast of his own thumb. We're looking for Parisa. Just in front. So time now is about 6 in the morning, and we are actually gonna be on our way to the airport for Azerbaijan. So quiet in the morning, hardly anyone.